Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another session of Archeo Gaming Live featuring Sassa's gamers Kate Minetti and Alexander Vanderwalle. Really quick, let's go over what is SASA. SASA stands for Save Ancient Studies Alliance. It's our mission to reverse the current downward trend in the study of the ancient world by engaging the public and bringing together students and scholars to share their passion for the study of the ancient world in order to inspire a vast new generation of students. We do this by hosting a lot of different kinds of live events, doing research on the downward trend in ancient studies. We have an open access database where you can search resources in ancient studies and much more. Where can you find SASA? Search for Save Ancient Studies Alliance. And on any of these platforms, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, and now TikTok. SASA's live events protocol. Please be kind and respectful. Listen and ask thoughtful questions throughout the event. Please be patient with technology and those administering it. SASA live events are streamed on Twitch, and recordings will be posted on SASA's YouTube channel shortly after the event. There are spoilers during our Archeo gaming events, but of course, as always, have fun. Don't forget to subscribe to SASA on Twitch. If you enjoy our live events, such as Archeo gaming, book clubs, and reading groups, please consider becoming a supporter with a recurring donation. You can do this for as little as $3 a month, and you can help save ancient studies. Thank you for joining us.
Your boy,
I love him.
All right, hello everyone. We should be live, and the game should be up. Kate, can you make sure everything is showing up?
Okay, so we are visible. So now the game is visible, but we are not. Well, of course, it's as you know, um, it's OBS for you. But in the meantime, welcome everyone, and good
Oh, is
morning.
Discord
We
having some
love.
kind of problem? Oh, there we. All right, all right, all right. There we should go. We should be good.
Okay, yes, now it works. Excellent. So, let me triple check that we are audible. Okay, we are audible.
All right.
We're not visible. If you touch the game, we're not visible. It's fine. It's the first stream. We can deal. We OBS hates us. But that being said, good morning, everyone. It is 9:30 on the East Coast because we changed the time, and I hate the word. We are here. Speaking of hating the word, we are here with a new fiery campaign with what will be known as the Neo-Assyrian Empire. For game purposes, Hani Galbat. Okay, I pronounced it correctly. And good morning. And we are back with Jacob at commands. Leading our troops through the collapse, and with Dr. Briana Jackson back from the land of Egypt with a new cat, coffee, yogurt, and all of that. So this is the new, basically standalone, because it was supposed to be a DLC of Total War, and now it's a whole standalone game, which is Total War Dynasties, which is phenomenal because it has added how many factions
So
to
yes.
the roster?
So there's 4 new main factions. You can see the map is much larger. We have all of Anatolia now. We have Greece, and most interestingly for us, we have Mesopotamia, in full, all the way out into the Zagros Mountains. I think it would have been cool to have even more of a Urartu and gotten like up in here, but I get why you wouldn't. But we also have it added a whole bunch of minor factions too. So for those we're gonna do this, but for those of you playing along at home, you can play as like the Elamite state you can play as now. You can play as some of the Canaanite city states, so Byblos or Ugarit, or you can even play as the kingdom of Wallachia on Cyprus. All these like minor factions of the Aegean. So if you want to play as Ithaca and be Odysseus, you can do that, even though he isn't like really all that supported in the game. But we are in this for.
He's also not real, but
Yes. That's the other thing. All the Aegean stuff, those are like almost entirely made up people. These guys are very real.
These guys are real.
Well, okay.
Incredible.
One exception. Ea Nasir is the leader of Ur. He was never the king of Ur. He was a guy whose house we found. He's not.
A scammer.
Yeah.
Scammer.
Anyway, We are going to start as Ninurta Apel Akor, who is the king of Hanigalbat. So a bit of historical background. Well, we get the initial loading in. It's the same intro video, so I'm just going to skip it.
Yeah,
But
that has nothing to do with the Assyrians. I
yes,
wish, like in Rome Total War, and then I'll let you do the historical background. I wish we had different intros, like it was in Rome Total War.
me too.
I remember fondly all of them, like the Roman ones that were very angry, and then the Carthaginian one with like, oh, you know, last night Baal sent me a nightmare, and I was like, well, first of all, it should be Tanit, but go on, you know, go off, Sufet. Anyways, sorry. Let's get to the historical background so we figure out what is going on and where we are. I mean, it's collapse, but who are these people?
Yes. So actually, let's get our historical overview from Merneptah first, because let's see what he tells us.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Because surely he knows everything. Oh, the Tigris River is a gift from the gods. Its waters nourish a civilization as old as ours. That's not true. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not a civilization, right?
yeah. I'd say there are multiple things going on here.
It's like Mesopotamia is like several civilizations in a trench coat, and that's okay. We love it for them. But it's not one. It's many people, and as always, they all hate one another, which is the basis of history.
Yes, exactly.
Who are we if not haters of one another? So we must. Oh, right. So is Merneptah is telling us everything about the whole region, which is well messy. You know, we got the Hittites, we got Babylon for Briana's joy and Tripudium. We got my food out for delivery, so a great class.
Yeah.
My food is always up for delivery. When we're
We just
streaming.
need the ambulances, and it's
There will be ambulances
normal
soon.
day.
Exactly. And then there are, large cities, smaller cities. There's a cat.
Yes, this is my cat Tiberius.
That's a cat,
He's gonna be
right.
he's gonna be walking around in circles. At some point, I'm gonna probably have to feed him,
Yeah.
because he's like that. All right.
Okay,
So
take it away.
yes. So we are not actually playing as Assyria proper, as the city of Ashur. This is something that I think is kind of interesting that they've done. And I do get where they're coming from with this and why they did it. We are playing as one of the Assyrian vassal kingdoms, Hane-Galbat, which is like the most important province within the Assyrian Empire. 100 years prior, Hane-Galbat was actually an independent state, the Mitanni, more like 150 years maybe prior to the start of the game. It was the heart of the Mitanni Empire, but it was conquered by the Middle Assyrian Kingdom. This was the between 1300 and 1350 BCE. I don't remember the exact date. This is the thing that takes the Middle Assyrian Empire from being the city-state of Ashur into being a major world power. They just take one of the other major world powers out, kind of out of nowhere. And there's a whole bunch of Amarna letters and correspondence that we get just shortly after this conquest, where the Assyrians are trying to play up the fact that they're now a real player, and the Egyptians are having none of it because they don't want somebody else in the Great Powers Club. The Great Powers Club was supposed to be the Hittites, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, and the Mitanni. And now the Mitanni are gone, but they don't want to invite somebody new in.
Who are these newcomers, the up and coming wannabes, these nouveau riche?
But we are now playing as basically the governor of Mitanni, Ninurta Apel Ekor, who is it's not represented in this version of the court, but he is the prime minister, basically, the Assyrian government. And, spoilers, historically in about 10 years, he's going to overthrow the Assyrian government and establish a new dynasty. Dynastic things are a little murky. I'm not sure if this is the one that goes down all the way before the Sargonids, but the Sargonids being like the really famous Neo-Assyrian ones from the 8th and 7th centuries. Sargon,
The ones that hunt lions.
yeah, Sargon, Esarhaddon, Ashurbanipal, Sennacherib, those guys are the Sargonids. But his family will rule the Middle Assyrian Empire at its height. And they're starting us off at the beginning of his reign. in Mitanni, which is right in between Canaan over here and Mesopotamia. You can actually see where it goes from the foreign land determinative for Canaan over to.
Yes.
This is not a hieroglyph. This is the first non-hieroglyph we get, but this is a actually no,
Lamasu.
that one's also not a hieroglyph yet. But yeah, this is our
Mhm.
Assyrian Lamasu Sphinx-like creatures, winged bulls with the human heads.
And 5 legs. Not a pun. Get your mind off the gutter. 5 legs for real, because they need to be seen from both sides. Briana, I knew your mind would go there.
I didn't go there until you said.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
It's all you. Kate.
Anyways, well, that's how I teach them in class. Anyways, so we are playing an up and coming, and we are fighting people whose banner is an ostrich.
Yeah, that's an odd one. I don't know where how they would even know about ostriches. Like ostriches are a thing in Nubia. We know they were like trading in ostrich feathers and whatnot. I would totally get a Kushite faction, but why here?
Okay, I don't know. I mean, there's also the whole thing about like, did they know that those giant eggs came from ostriches, or were they just cool and never investigate? Because we know that ostrich eggs were a hot commodity. In the Bronze Age and then Iron Age, because they could also be decorated, made into cups, all of that. But
I imagine that at least some of them would have figured it out over a few thousand years. Like someone must have seen an ostrich laying an egg once, or at least figured it was the biggest bird.
The Egyptian probably did. We know that they were bred, and ostriches have sexual dimorphism. So, I mean, I'm sure the first ones were like kind of trying to figure out how to get a breeding couple of ostriches, and then eventually they did figure it out, probably. But that being said, these people have no business having ostriches, but that's good for them. So, what kind of units do we have for now?
So our starting army, we have a couple of Assyrian levy archers. Our infantry is pretty low-level militia guys. What's weird is we have cavalry. They added cavalry in as a result of customer complaints. It's not even remotely historical. Our earliest depictions of cavalry do come from the Assyrian Empire 300 years after the events of this game. The first cavalry dates to the very late 10th century, early 9th century. This is.
I can think of like later, like Sargonic time reliefs of like the king on horseback and like archers on horseback and like spearmen on horseback, but like not at this point, not this early.
No, not at all.
Although and what units does our king have?
Yes, so the king himself is as a unit of archers right now, composite bows specifically.
Look at those helmets.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
are
with
really cool helmets.
those very Mesopotamian, the little like mini feathered hat things. Don't let anybody tell you the feather-crested helmets are uniquely Greek or anything. They're not.
God. No, everyone uses plumes. I mean, if you don't like plumes, are you even fighting?
Honestly, don't let anybody tell you anything is uniquely Greek, because almost always the Mesopotamians were doing it 1,000 years prior, at least, probably.
Yes.
Probably,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course, this is just the starting army, so the enemy is mostly Akkadian farmers, which is a unit that exists.
Oh, poor babies. I mean, it is fair that people are thrown into war because.
Yeah.
Wait,
they're
using scythes.
Yes.
They're using agricultural tools. Listen, the poor people, the poor deers. I mean, not historically untrue that people would recruit whoever the fuck could fight, and they would use whatever they could. Still, okay, decisive victory. Thank you very much. Is our banner supposed to be? I mean, that's a Sargonic head, like Akkadian.
Yeah, this is a very, very just classic Mesopotamian, the king with his little war bun, and giant beard.
And And yeah. We like it. We do like it. That's you know that's a king, right? What is the image of a king? Well, he's the manliest man that ever manned, right? It's a big, strong guy, looking stern with a beard. I do like that our faction leader, who's holding a bow for reasons, has this beautifully curled beard. Like that is phenomenal. It's really good. And he's 18 years old. He looks like my dad. But okay, we'll.
Our march continues.
He's a very precocious 18 years old.
Yeah, I thought that he's an old 18.
He's an old 18. To be fair, some people are born with with an old face. There was a young soccer player who played for Inter Milan, and his name is, because he's still alive, Beppe Bergomi. And he joined the team when he was 16, but he already had a full mustache and really bushy eyebrows, so they called him Grandpa or Uncle. Because Zio, because he looked like a 40-year-old, but he was actually 16, and he hasn't changed. You know, his face has remained the same.
Well, that's fantastic.
All right. Oh, let's look at religion. Which gods are we worshiping?
So, no, we are worshiping Ninurta, I think, to start out with.
Okay.
Oh,
So.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, let's see. We don't actually have the religion screen, but we can build stuff. So we have, Temple of Ninurta, because Ninurta's in the name. So I do think I can understand where they're coming from. Yeah, I think we can put down a temple to Ninurta. It's
Excellent.
worth getting some divine
it's
favor.
Always good to have, our gods support.
And
then we're going to have our own special things.
Yes. So what else do we have? We could maybe see what outposts we have available. This one is probably worth an economic outpost because it's the stone province and you need a lot of stone early, if memory serves.
Oh yeah, why not?
That upgrades replenishment. That's always good. Okay. And then, while the turn passes, I am going to go feed my cat.
That works. This is. I am now the only. I'm now the only person in this stream without a cat.
Speaking of
Miwatali! Hello, baby. Good morning.
We have a Near Eastern emperor with us.
Oh, he's beautiful. He's a great king. Of course, we were assaulted by this Ipku Anunitum. It's like, I feel like a boomer reading Jojo Siwa. And it's still the ostrich people.
Anunitum. What?
Anunitum. Yeah, I mean, he has a great beard.
Anunitum.
He has a great beard. He's got. Yeah, and he has a very nice diadem, which is cool.
Oh, I just realized our guy has eyeliner.
Our guy is cool, okay? He's 18, he looks 40, but he's great. And he has a royal chariot as one of his ancillaries. You can see the purple is like the royal chariot, which works with later Assyrians. But, and he's wearing, I like that he's wearing a lot of colors instead of just being, unfortunately, this is only true for, I think it's only true for him. Once you get later generals and other things, the colors tend to tone down a little. We're gonna get a lot of browns, a lot of bronze and stuff, but not that much color. But but that being said, he also he should live. I mean, I hope he lives for a long time. We were attacked by the ostriches again.
Oh no, very rude of them. I think we can take this one though, especially because we have now upgraded. I don't know if you saw, but upgraded our general so that now he is in the Marianu chariot.
There you go. We were talking about the chariots.
Yes.
We're actually commenting on those chariots. Listen. It is very cool.
So we're gonna move our army back a bit. We're gonna just try and out mobility them with the chariots and the cavalry, and so we want it to be a nice flat area.
Oh yeah, we might be able to steamroll them.
Yeah, the nice thing about Acadian farmers is that they don't really have like a lot of defense against arrows.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I want to see. This is always like chariotry 101, because the first campaign we did, we had Egyptian chariots. Now we have, now we have these. It's always like we're drawn to chariotry.
Yeah,
Is,
this is the era of chariots. It was weird doing the campaign as the Sea Peoples, where part of their whole deal is that they don't really have chariotry. They're just like,
it's like, who are we? What have we become? But now we're back. We're back to our antics, which is important. Our antics being, we are going to destroy things.
yep.
But we're also going to be very much on the bureaucratic side, because the Neo-Assyrian Empire and any Assyrian Empire is actually, like, people tend to know them as like, oh, the brutal warriors, the ones who sack cities and flay people and everything else. They had so much bureaucracy.
Oh yeah.
They were really into their paperwork and seals and things, which is great. We love it. That's also how we know a lot of what they did, because we have a lot of writing and a lot of documents and seals and all sorts of things. And people talking shit about them. That much is true.
Yeah.
Listen, ostrich people.
Also, very, very superstitious, for lack of a better, or at the very least, we have a ton of omen stuff from the Assyrians. So Mesopotamia and a lot of ancient civilizations were very big on their divination, of course. Like, that's a big feature of. Frankly, a lot of modern people are very into divination as well, in as much as they can be. But Mesopotamians, and especially like the Neo-Assyrians and Neo-Babylonians, really got it down to a science. Like literal encyclopedias of here's everything that could possibly happen and what it means for you. Like at one point I was reading one of the Omen series, right? And there's an entire book that's just scorpion stings. It is every single body part, like every finger on each side of your body. What does it mean for you if a scorpion stings you there?
I mean, maybe you shouldn't have been there. I'm just saying.
Weirdly, half of them are good omens. In my opinion, it's always a bad omen if a scorpion stings you, because it means you've been, at the very minimum, stung by a scorpion. But apparently that logic doesn't really apply.
It doesn't apply to that. We're like, no, it's good. Do you think it's like cope? It's like, oh, well, I've been, stung by a scorpion, but it's a good omen. It's like, yeah, cry harder. I mean, it must have been pretty, it must have happened more often than we like to think. But, it's, did they also interpret, dreams?
So, actually, no. This is a really interesting thing. Mesopotamia was not big on dream interpretation. There's a city called Mari in Syria. It's a really cool archaeological site for a number of reasons. One of them is that it was burned by Hammurabi, and we have the archives of this like old Babylonian city because the palace was burned, that preserved all the tablets, and now there's this massive archive of like all the correspondence of an entire kingdom for the last 15 or so years of its existence. But they're also interesting because they're on the border between the Canaanite, like West Semitic world, and the Babylonian world. And the kings really lean Babylonian, but many of their subjects kind of don't. And you get weird stuff. Like, Babylonians were not into dream interpretation, but as you may know from the Bible, Canaanites really are very big on it, right?
Egyptians too, right?
Yes, yeah.
So,
And so you'll get like these West Semitic divination experts being like, "Hey, king, I had a bad dream about stuff that's gonna happen. You should be careful." Like, and then they'll they never receive replies because the king is just annoyed at them for writing about what he sees as completely irrelevant information. Like he's getting what he thinks of as spam emails from a bunch of
Oh my
very
God.
concerned priests of a version of his religion that he doesn't actually believe in. It's super weird.
I mean, it's like
You know,
we're,
the
we're
thing
trying
that-
we're trying to reach you about your extended
Yeah.
warranty of dreams.
Yes. We are trying to reach you about the dream I had about the statue disappearing from your temple.
One of your units has depleted their
The thing
ammunition.
that's really sad about the whole Mari situation is that Hammurabi was friends for a little while with the king of Mari. He actually was like joined with him to defeat the other people around Hammurabi's little kingdom he was building, and then
Yeah.
they had like a little breakup, and then he attacked
I-
Mari and
Sad.
destroyed Mari. Yeah,
I-
Hammurabi was a jackass, man. He was mean.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
Zimri Lim apologist. I think that it was absolutely just Hammurabi betraying them. I think it was premeditated.
Yes.
Um,
Yup,
like he knew what he was
totally.
doing.
Oh, he did.
I
yeah,
mean-
he's a smart guy. You don't grow up the first Babylonian Empire without knowing what you're doing.
Yep.
I mean, have you read his code of laws? It's like, yeah, oh yeah, I will, the exalted prince, blah blah blah. I will repel what is wicked and I make righteousness again. I'm like, will you though? Will you? And it's like it's yeah, it's a strikingly violent code. As one does at the time. But yeah, you don't become like a new power. Oh, look at our boy going. Yeah, you can really see that he's like a young spruce. Yeah, let's replenish. Let's get some ostriches with us.
Yeah, the best
Is that a pyramid in the background?
in the background. Where in the background?
It was like way, way at the horizon.
So
North? Ooh.
I think
Yeah, if you.
I think this is just the mountains.
Oh, there was something that was very distinctly pyramidal shaped.
Pyramidical. There are no pyramids in this region. We will build the ziggurats.
Yeah.
What is the plural of ziggurat?
Oh, I mean,
It's ziggurat.
I think it's Zigguratoo with it. Oh god, I can't remember how to make a feminine plural noun in Akkadian right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Listen, these ostrich people, honestly, yeah.
I mean, what really is the word is zigguratum, and the plural is ziguratu, with a long A and a long U, I think. But also, the case endings are getting dropped all the time. Even not quite at this point. At this point, we still have some case endings.
But-
Also, that was what I was gonna say. On the topic of Hammurabi's code, the best part of the whole thing is him saying, if something bad has happened to you, don't worry, read this code and you'll feel better. He does not say, he very specifically does not say, use this code in a legal case. He says, look at it.
Just read it.
Because he fixed everything, so it's okay. And now you don't have to worry. 'Cause-
Yeah. But
Just-
he has the Galstagot and the gumption to represent himself as a very humble shepherd, right? He calls himself a shepherd
Yes.
on the code, and he's wearing the Gudea fashion. So like one shoulder covered, one shoulder not covered, and he has the round hat.
Looks clear.
And the beard. Yeah. No, that still is really cool. And the god is sitting on a mountain that may or may also be his temple because it looks suspiciously like a temple.
Oh yeah, well
the
I
wall of a
dedicate
temple.
this victory to
It's
that's
you.
really cool.
that's what a ziggurat is. A ziggurat is
This
an
ring is
artificial mountain so that the god might dwell upon
my
it. Basically,
knight's
that's the
wealth.
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
All answer
There's the
to me.
whole thing of like temples being
Gather more
reproductions of
warriors.
like mounds and mountains
Are
and
these
things
the
because like
finest?
the pylons of Egyptian temples do resemble the sign. Oh, there we go. Yes,
Yes, here's
Nimrud is our god.
with Ninurta with
Oh, I
his
love it.
so
With
this
the
is a
thunderbolt.
a lightning bolt. It looks remarkably similar in this depiction to a Vajra. I am a
Mm,
little curious now if they're related. That would be kind of fun. For those of you, Vajra is the Indian symbol of a thunderbolt. You've
but
almost certainly
also,
seen it. You might not have heard the name, but you've
yeah,
definitely seen it.
but also in archaic Greek art, well, in Greek art in general, the thunderbolt has 3 points, right? It's not the lightning as we know it. So, like off the top of my head, I can think of at least like 4 or 5 vases with Zeus with like a 3-pointed thing
Everybody
that is
has
like
their duty.
pocket size.
Right
So you know
up
it's not
the
a
ass
trident.
for down
Um,
problems.
but yeah, it's cool that like ancient civs are like, yeah, thunderbolts have 3 heads. And it's like,
Yes.
huh, wonder, right? Okay, so we are. Oh yeah, so we got to the river finally.
Yes. Oh, this is our unique decree is Might of Assyria. +3
Oh
recruitment
hell
ranked
yeah!
cavalry and chariots and increased XP per turn. So when we're going on a recruiting spree, that's probably going to be very good. But for now, I think just increasing our production of resources
Yeah.
is probably correct. But
I mean, we need to worry about the economy in this economy, in
uh,
this Bronze Age collapse economy, right?
yeah.
Great.
Oh,
We
let me actually click on
need
the
to
thing.
worry
The
about
stars.
that.
What?
Yeah. I mean, our man.
All right.
You know, is he married yet?
I don't
Let's
think we've.
start.
Yeah, let's see if we've unlocked the dynasty tree.
Oh, we
'Cause,
haven't
yeah,
about that yet because you know we're gonna have to start worrying about that.
this is
As
where,
just
yeah.
like every kingdom should worry about. Do we have babies? And can we get a good match? Because the funniest part of this is playing matchmaker.
Oh yeah. This is one of I have exactly one complaint about Total War Shogun 2, which is such a beautiful game, which is that it's such a short period of time that you can't make any families because it only takes place over like 30 or 40 years.
Yeah,
All right.
it's like we
Noble.
can. Oh, let's go, let's go. So he's a noble war master. He's brave. We can arrange a marriage for him. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we
This is
can
the matchmaker from Mulan.
so we can do that. Or do we want to see if we can find someone on the open market? Like here.
Yeah.
So
Greetings and welcome. What do you want to discuss?
I don't want to be adopted
Uh,
into their dynasty, though that would be kind of fun. I don't
That'll be
think they
really
have any.
fun. Yeah, I mean, we can be adopted into there, but I don't think they have any daughters.
The future belongs.
No.
Let's see
I will
Babylon.
not tolerate your
Right? Yeah,
oppressive
we all
ambitions,
thought
Assyrian.
about Babylon, but
No, they also
no.
don't. Amar, no, and these all feel like potential targets, and I don't want to marry into some
Yeah,
target fam.
I don't wanna marry into a target. We could marry like a good Assyrian,
Ye-
a good
Oh
Assyrian
wait, I
girl.
think there's a separate. It looks like there's a separate thing. Find
Yes. Oh,
marriage
let's go.
matches.
Well,
Female matches only 2 options, and they are particularly good. So we have to start producing new matches in the future. So
Yeah.
let's.
exactly. So let's see what are
Yeah,
our
'cause
options.
we want variety. We don't want to just, pick between two random chicks, man.
I know, and they're both like pious zealots. What does that give us?
It's just that they
Yeah,
have
we want
3
drama.
ardor. Yeah.
How old is she? How old is our? Yeah, the 20-year-old. I mean,
Yeah.
this is really
To prevent problematic
it's
age
fair.
gaps.
Exactly. Yeah, we know exactly, and we know that we have no Scion, but we're we're now hard at work to make that
A
happen.
warrior spirit is a must.
It's very important.
seek strong
And once
warriors.
you start having like daughters and sons, is a lot of fun to find matches. When I played a campaign, I had my firstborn marry the daughter of Menelaus and Helen, and it was a doozy. It was great. I was like, yes, yes. This is the crossover we didn't know we needed, but we got it. So it was all of fun. Also because like since this is an alternate version of history, in my campaign, Troy never fell. So Astyanax grew up and had kids on his own. So it was like that kind of stuff. And it was really cool. I mean, as a classic
Nothing
literature
crosses
buff,
me.
it was a lot of fun to see. I was like, oh, okay, Astyanax is now 52 years old. Damn, they grew up so fast. It was really fun. There we go. So we have our
Yeah, that was just a bunch of free food, which is helpful.
yeah.
Honey Galbot is Merneptah's dead.
F in the chat for Merneptah.
The
I mean,
I get that it's hard to animate, but looking at this video again now, the quality of the hieroglyph carving is not super high. Like it's not that it's animated badly, it's that it doesn't have super chisel clean lines. So it looks like
it's like they made them with like a bad cookie cutter, and they didn't put like flour on the edges to cut properly. Oh, look at the crocodiles and the of course, the crocs.
oh, I forgot how cool this video is. It's been a while since I actually watched Merneptah die.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So now there's going to be civil war. Is
Oh,
what I'm hearing.
probably
like
soon.
The next cutscene we may see is the civil war in Egypt.
This is cool. I don't
Alright,
know if
I'm-
I've seen this cutscene.
I'm seeing some paws being shoved under my door. One moment.
Is it Merneptah? It's probably Merneptah. I mean, he's coming back in the shape of a kitty. The kitty. Oh my god.
Oh, I see a kitty.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
we see a
Blur.
tail. Yes, important.
What does Path to
Very
Conquest give
important.
us? So I don't think we care about siege holdout time, but we can conquer a
we
sacred.
care about
Yeah.
resources.
Yep, sacred Mesopotamian land gives us a whole bunch of food. And
Yeah, let's go.
you know, one sec. Okay.
I mean,
now
that's
you
what
can
we're
sit
here for. Kitty.
Yes. All right. I think
Mari
we should cross the river and go for Terka because we were just talking about Mari and it's a very valuable city. So
Might as well.
Set
And it's
sail.
it's not the ostrich people anymore. It's other people. We'll
Yep.
see what they're.
Mari is
Okay.
what is Mari's symbol? Is that just like a I guess that's just a person. That's fine, I guess.
I will crush you.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. There are there are some real wacky ones, but this one is not.
No.
On a scale from 0 to ostrich, this one
Next
is
is Assyria and his martial
right in the middle.
traditions.
It's like it's okay. It's not too
I
bad.
want
We have a
order
new
here.
scale.
I do this for Assyria.
We need to switch over to something that'll give us some happiness here. 'Cause they're
Yeah, everyone's unhappy. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Ambition fulfilled. Thank you. Yeah, we know.
Protect
We know.
Assyria.
We know. And
Summon
we
your
got one more point, I think, of
y-
to spend.
Yes.
What now?
Let's go.
So
Nice.
soon we'll be able to maybe get more titles. We have
Yeah.
a new set of options. I'm kind of curious what the high level ones are. Friend of Commoners, Line Breaker, that's pretty
Linebreaker
fun.
is a really cool one.
An Arrow of Fear, which gives projectiles lower morale. Speaking of Total War Shogun 2, reminds me of those whistling arrows that you could get. Those are always so
Oh.
fun.
Let's see. Okay,
And then
and
we
we
have
can.
what
Yeah, that's good. We can build some stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Our problem right
do
now
we
is
have the
oh there we
Yeah. Yeah.
go.
Exactly.
More stone.
It's
Yeah,
easier.
the early game it's always a bit of an annoyance trying to prevent people from just rioting over the fact that a kingdom is being established. We'll get there.
I mean, they need to get there. They need to get over it. We're establishing an empire. So,
Yeah. Oh,
So slowly, there's so many factions. Jesus.
Yeah, this is one of those things that gets a little better with time,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It's like we're 152. Holy sh! Ah, there we go. And
speaking
they're
of.
moving around.
Encourages you to build your empire faster.
Oh yeah, and destroy.
Get rid of all of these guys. You're ruining my turn here.
Yeah, I
serve a
think
great
my
cause.
lowest number was 12.
12
Which is
factions
Amazing.
total?
12 factions. I went on a spree. What can I say?
Besiege those
What can I
weaklings.
say? I did conquer the whole map.
Yeah.
For the
I want
achievement.
them broken.
So you know.
There's an achievement for the whole
I
map?
love seeing Mari there. That's so
For
cool.
discovering the whole map, yes. And I mean, and while I was discovering it, I was like, well, I don't see why not. Ooh, Cedar Warehouse.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool, actually. Follow in the
And it gives
footsteps
us
of
the-
great Gilgamesh, who used divine cedar to build the first city of man.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, and
In
it
my
gives us
domain,
more happiness. Oh, there we
everybody
go.
does their duty.
King of the
No more,
universe. Well.
no
Yes. Okay, so
Well.
this is the Assyrians liked their fancy titles. Very fancy titles. I was actually going to talk about this probably, but the Assyrian royal inscriptions are a trip to read. This actually is the period where we start getting historical inscriptions from the Assyrian kings, but it's super weird, right? So I don't know if either of you have ever read a Middle Assyrian royal inscription. I took a class on them; they're weird, but
I've read plenty of Neo-Assyrian ones.
yeah.
No, not middle ones that I can think of at least.
So if you know the Neo-Assyrian ones, you know how they have like they'll start off with some titles and then they have a big historical thing, right? Um, in the when that wasn't how it started out. It started out with them just having titles. So it would be like I Ninurta Appa Akor, great king of Assyria, built this temple. And then the title list got longer, of course, because you have to sound better. And then they started making really long individual titles. So it wasn't just like great king, king of Assyria, king of the four corners, favorite of so and so, child of so and so, whatever. They started saying like conqueror of Mari, or shortly thereafter, the one who, in his second regnal year, with a great campaign, marched to the city of Mari and conquered it from King so and so, and like, eventually they just get like entire historical passages, but it's just exclusively in the form of titles, and so it's super weird, like. Because you translate for like 20 lines of historical inscription, and then you hit another just like regular title. Um, and it takes them maybe 150 or 200 years of experimentation to figure out that if you're going to do a historical inscription and titles, that those should just be two different sections and not the same single very long text. Oh boy, thunderstorm.
Ooh, well, surely
Yeah.
it's Storm God. You know.
Exactly. We as followers of Ninurta, this is favorable.
Oh no! Shift out! Close
Oh,
over
there they are.
Your general is under attack.
Ooh. Our general is under attack. Well, yes, he's running in. Well, he's right in front of them.
Get to there!
Yeah, so this is like because we're attacking a settlement, there's like 4 tiny armies. Because they sent their field army, and then they also have the
they have
garrison of
the-
the settlement, a single general that they recruited to help defend the settlement, and
Proceed!
the fortress garrison. So there are 4 generals, but only like 15 regiments total.
Shift out!
I mean, as opposed to like one general and how many people we have.
Get to
Yeah.
there!
Well, we have the same number of troops on each side. It's just that they have way more generals. Actually, we have more
Yeah.
soldiers.
We have more soldiers. They're like just more spread out. They're trying to. We still don't have a general. We only have like our king. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's doing everything. He's leading the troops. He's producing an heir. He's leading the administration. He's doing it all. You know.
The small
your man who
kingdom
can do it all.
blues.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's like overworked all the time, doesn't sleep. Thrives on caffeine, which they didn't have, but that's fine.
Yeah, even
Thrives on whichever stimulants they had.
oh yeah, I don't. This kind of was the pre-stimulant era because tea hadn't been imported yet. Coffee wasn't really a thing either at this place and part of the world. Um,
You can get downers, but you don't have uppers that
yeah,
I can think of, right? Tobacco's not a thing,
no.
so.
Betel nut is not a thing in this part of the world either.
Charge and attack!
Uh,
Mm-mm.
it it is kind of funny how many different cultures though just like do, got really into stimulants. Not least of which being our own. But I was
I
reading
mean,
recently about betel nut consumption, which is like a thing in basically in the Indian Ocean, so Polynesia, but also in like Madagascar and South Asia and things like that. And the like yeah, it's just like coca leaves in the Andes, and I'd also forgotten about that. Like before there was, highly synthesized, highly dangerous cocaine, Andean farmers have been chewing on coca leaves for the mild stimulant effect for like thousands of years. Because it turns out people just need something to get them up in the morning.
Isn't that the truth? All of us.
That way!
Sasa does not endorse the use of cocaine, though. I do want to be clear.
yeah, no, 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 no. We're not endorsing.
Merely
Your forces
sympathizing.
and units stand
Yes.
revealed.
Yeah, I mean, we're having coffee. I am anyway, so, this is also a stimulant. Or at least I wish it
I
was.
just
It's
finished
not
my
really working
espresso,
right
so.
now. Got some Turkish coffee, maybe I should bust that out.
I was
This
born
one isn't
for
working.
this.
I mean, you can also read the future in that. So,
That's true. Well, I couldn't, but
speaking of reading the
someone with more
omens,
talent than me.
Rend their flesh.
I got a bird feeder for my mom. She keeps calling it mine
The ranks.
because I'm the one who bought it for her. But it's got a camera in it, and it's like a smart bird feeder,
Oh,
and so it records birds when they arrive. And so finally we got a squirrel, except
oh,
it put its butt in front of the camera, so I've got a
No.
really wonderful recording of a squirrel's butt. In case anyone wanted to know,
is that an omen?
eh.
satisfy your morning. Could be, actually.
Could be. Who
I think it's an
knows?
omen that you're about to spend a lot more money on bird seed. Squirrel's gonna eat it
Ooh.
all.
That's
Yeah.
true. We are looking pretty low after we just put some in there. Mostly we
yeah,
get sparrows, so that was a nice. I mean, I don't
Nice.
mind a squirrel butt on occasion.
Spears on them.
You heard it here first. You know.
Bring all your squirrel butts.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you're the one who talked about scorpion butts when we played Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh
So,
God! Really? What? You guys have a butt person, huh?
Through them.
Well, with a scorpion, that's the end you got to pay attention to.
that's very true. That's very true.
That's the
I
that's
mean,
the.
I'm
front,
already paying attention to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. I
wearing
mean,
it, you know.
yeah.
Looking wary.
Yeah. No, scorpions are
The
so
dangers.
nice. Though. They look really
Yeah.
cool. Like they're very streamlined. It's like yes, they're made for one thing only, which is living in the sands. It's
Oh.
like or the earth.
Have any of you ever seen a sea scorpion?
No.
They're-
What a horrible
sounds
day to have
disturbing.
ears.
Yeah, so they're not around anymore. For anyone who'd be worried about this, their closest
Okay,
relatives are
okay, go
horseshoe
on.
crabs. But
Lord.
back in like the Devonian and Silurian periods, hundreds of millions of years ago, the apex predators, or at least one of the apex predator groups, were eurypterids, sea scorpions. They're not true scorpions. Again, they're chelicerates that are more closely related to horseshoe crabs. But they could be up to like 7 or 8 feet long.
No.
They didn't have stingers. They would like kind of beat their tails to swim. They were huge. They have these like really big eyes. I actually think they're kind of cute. I like them. I have a stuffed one around here somewhere. Actually, I think.
Oh my
Uh,
god. They remind me of like the oh my god, what's the name? The fucking monsters in Subnautica. The stalkers in Subnautica.
there's
They're
probably
like
yeah,
monsters.
that's probably not
Um,
accidental, but
right.
I
Right. Yeah.
have one on my laptop. You can't see it obviously, but one of my laptop stickers is a Eurypterid.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
it's just if they're giants, they're not nice anymore, which is the problem that we had in Origins. So it's like, why are there giants? Oh, because we're hallucinating. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, and yet.
Speaking of laptop stickers, I should probably shout out that all of my laptop stickers that are not almost all of my laptop stickers that are not about weird ancient arthropods are courtesy of Briana because she has a really great Redbubble store. If you want to have
Brianna, you can drop the link in the chat.
yeah, if you want some ancient Egyptian gaming related stickers, including that was
And the
designed
sea people.
live. Yes, they
The
include.
sea people stickers.
All right,
Inspired by our latest campaign.
yeah, there we go. The
Ooh,
Royal
there we go.
Palace
Palace
Archive at
Archive.
Mari, which gives you 7 recruitment rank for your generals, in addition to some faction-wide happiness. That is really good.
Let's go. We need to get there. Oh, to
Yeah.
level 3, so we're
So-
almost halfway there.
Yep. So we're gonna invest in Mari.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mari is so cool. I have a friend who's actually writing her thesis on, among other things, the Mari Palace archives, doing work on ancient women in palaces.
Ooh,
That is
very
cool.
nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's very cool.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people would believe that there was like, oh, totally male dominated, nothing interesting. No, Mesopotamian like queens and princesses were very much on even ground with kings and princes. Like if you look at like the ration list or whatever other evidence you want, they have like they're having households of the same or only just smaller size, and households meaning servants and also like textile workers under them and whatever, and just as important in the decision making process. But historical sexism in scholarship, you never get told these things.
I am the future of the
Oh
world.
yeah.
Now you are
What are we
calling for
doing in court? Are we? Which one is the one who can give us troops? Because there's always someone in the court who can give us
Yeah.
troops.
So
if
let's
we have.
see.
There you go.
The
Oh,
King of
you are
Ashur
sure.
gives you permission to recruit certain elite units. The King of
Hmm.
Ilan. Oh, yeah, right. Because each king
Oh,
has their
everyone
own
does.
unique units.
Excellent.
I don't know if we have
excellent.
ours even unlocked yet or not. Let me
I do
see.
this for
We
free.
do. So the Mitanni is the Great
Ooh.
Mitanni Chariot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that is a big chariot.
Wow.
We may
Oh,
have
we don't have
to give
enough
that one a
space.
shot. No, it's that we don't have enough wood. We might next
Oh,
turn though.
well.
We're also
Okay,
out of
cool.
space, but we can easily disband a unit of militia
Oh,
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah, the farmers. Yeah. This is,
Alright.
Okay, so now, we can take the whole province, I guess.
Yep,
Where does this province end?
it's kind of just this sort of central region, so I'll show you in a sec.
cool.
When we can... Oh yeah, because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna try and besiege us with their like 2 units.
With our 5 people, yeah.
Yeah, one of the stressful parts about Mesopotamia is there's always people going up and down the river.
I never know if like.
We need bronze eventually, so
mm,
all right. So this is the rest of the province. Is this area of Kare? Duara and Supru are not cities that I am in any way familiar with. Some of these are like the minorest towns in areas that you don't even really learn about. Because you don't. Even if you're studying Mesopotamia, a lot of your focus is on the south because that's just where stuff is. So you know the names of the southern settlements much more than the northern ones. Let's see. Can
Yeah.
we? Yep. All right. We're gonna recruit a
Oh,
unit
now we
of
can. Let's
Great
go, let's
Mitanni
go get the
chariots.
Be the serious call.
Okay.
Excellent.
In my domain, Everybody does their duty.
Yeah,
No
sure. Let's
more.
gossip with them.
Yeah.
If they
The
like
The nice
us.
thing about the king of gossiping with the king of Elam in particular is that they're very far away, and so we can
Yeah.
we can rely on them continuing to exist and not be at war with us.
Not yet.
Not for quite a while, because yeah, Elam is about
Yeah.
over
All
here,
the way there. Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
suspect that we're going to be dealing with the Hittites and the Babylonians and the Assyrians much more than anyone else.
Very true. I mean, especially the Assyrians are not doing too well now. They're not doing too hot.
Well,
But the
there's
other Assyrians,
there's
not us.
oh yeah, this group of Assyrians, like it's the kind of this 6 provinces. We are not going to take them on for a bit. We need to be fully like economically ready.
Yeah. No, that's going to be, it's going to be like a big push. Okay. My food was delivered, so I'm going to get it. And I'll come back soon.
All right.
Let me
Alrighty.
mute myself.
So how are you coming along with the Akkadian studies?
So this is actually my year off from Acadian basically because I do 2 year
Oh,
I did 2
nice.
years of it and then but I only need 2 years worth. But I try and keep up with it at least a little bit, in no small part by forcing myself to keep up via Azor presentations. Like I presented at Azor on Neo-Assyrian material rather than Egyptian because I just needed to do that. I'm not sure what I'm going to be presenting at Azor. I am almost certainly I am certainly going to be applying to present at Azor again. But
Good. Yeah, that's great.
I just don't
How did that
know.
go?
I don't know what. Oh, it went very well.
Awesome.
Yeah, these guys have like very little going for them. But yeah, for those who don't know, so Azor is the American Society of Overseas Research. No bonus points to anyone who can guess what the O stood for prior to the 2010s. Yeah. But the I gave a talk at Azor last year on Esarhaddon's inscription describing his invasion of Egypt, basically arguing that it was written in this very weird way because he actually invaded Egypt twice and messed up the first time, which is something that is broadly agreed on, like historically, and he's trying to excuse it. Like what he's trying to present himself as, well, I couldn't have really done any better because it was really hard, so it's okay. As sort of his propaganda take. Oh, we unlocked another deity slot, and we also have unlocked our ancient legacies. So once Kate gets back, we can go over that. But I want to make sure we're all here for it.
Oh yes.
And then also
Yeah,
the
guess
power
so.
of the crown, which is where we are going to be fighting over being the king of the universe, which currently belongs to Assyria. But we want to up our legitimacy through sacred lands and various other things to be able to contend for it. You can see there are only really 2 serious contenders. It's us and Babylon, who might try and take on Assyria. But we need more legitimacy to even contest it. All right. Oh, still not quite at the happiness level we want. It's so sad.
No.
Yeah.
Poor
So.
us.
We can upgrade Terka. Oh, Terka's a city that I do know about existing. Oh, there's a unique thing, the Ice House. Right. This is a thing that was that we know of from either Middle or Neo-Assyrian letters, where they were maintaining actually up in the mountains. They were harvesting ice and having it
Wow,
taken
that's
down
so
for the
cool.
palaces. Yeah.
Holy cow! I've never thought of that.
Yeah, but no, they did. They were
what people did for ice.
Mm-hmm. But if you're in your palace in like central Syria in the summer, you wanted ice, and it was physically
Yes.
possible to do, so they were going to do it.
That's cool. You can imagine like a ancient Assyrian slushy or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they do mention using it for some kind of food. I think, or otherwise to like,
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
they're certainly cooling down food and drink with it. The problem with a slushy would have been the difficulty of a sweetener, because it probably. I do wonder if you could have done like, yeah, like a shaved ice thing with just like fruit juice. Um,
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, almost certainly somebody would have done that at least once. Like, do we have archaeological evidence? I am not sure. Did some Assyrian person, like, in mango season, squeeze a mango into a cup of ice? Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
god.
Uh,
Oh my god. The mangoes, heck yeah. So tasty over there, man. I'm gonna miss them so much. Egyptian mangoes.
yeah,
What now?
that's one of the things I remember from when I was over there in the summer and digging. Is that the fruit selection was very good, being in season.
And watermelon. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the watermelon was
So
great.
good.
How does it feel being back?
Yes. It's cold.
Yeah,
Cold here. I'm
well,
in
yeah,
the Chicago suburbs.
I was gonna say
And it's
that is a shock going to Chicago of all places.
oh yeah. And it was so funny because like the a couple of days after I got back, we had a cold snap. And I'm like, oh come on. No. This is not fair.
Yeah.
um but yeah, I'm growing a lot of plants now, herbs and vegetables.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
We were waiting for
So
it to
what about
warm up a little bit to do that, but that's good.
oh, I got a greenhouse inside.
Oh, nice.
I'm growing things from seeds, so in about 5 months I'll have like 5 carrots. Feast.
Yes.
Kate, you're muted.
I was saying it's a crop. Oh, we got Ashur, we got Ishtar.
Yeah. Yes, so there are 5 Mesopotamian deities available for worship. We of course have Ninurta.
Well,
We have
naturally.
Ashur. Uh, so
Hmm.
I'll break them down for you. Ninurta is a war god. Ashur is a war god. Ishtar is a war god. I do not know anything about Inishunnak, and Marduk is a war god. This is a little
mean-
unfair to Marduk. That Ishtar is not a love goddess. She is occasionally marginally associated with love. She is also a
Maybe.
war goddess. Ashur is the god of Assyria. If we're gonna be Assyria, we should probably worship
I
Ashur.
mean, we need to work. Also, because look at all those bonuses that he gives us. Yeah.
Uh,
I just use
Yeah.
this god
yeah,
to
Ashur is Ashur isn't really a god of any like domain in particular. He is the city of Ashur. The kingdom of Ashur is his kingdom. It's very interesting. It's like his personal property. Anyway, let's
Mm-mm.
take a look at our ancient legacies. So we have
Let's go.
Sargon the
Let's
Great, which lets you
go.
have more ambitions, which
Yeah.
I think is really cool. And you can get royal scribes, and then the other one, Hammurabi, is like you get extra technologies to research and just keep getting these like incremental bonuses. But I think we need to be Sargon. I think that's
I mean, yeah. What are we even doing if we're not Sargon? Come on, let's be serious. And sure enough, look at Sargon's face. Oh my
so
god.
let me see who are we going after again? Oh, it's gonna. Well, Kare is who we were going to attack anyway, so I think we
Yes,
should
well,
attack
might as
them.
well. Yeah. Nice. Nice.
You know, as they say in this game, apparently borders. What borders?
Yeah, exactly. Borders, I don't know them.
Yeah, I mean this is a pre-border epoch. Like national borders are a little bit of a thing, but not nearly to the extent that we think of them today.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. It's you know.
Well, it looks like the Assyrians just destroyed them for us anyway, so that's fine, I guess.
Thank you.
I was,
Not related Assyrians. Thank you, other Assyrians.
I maybe had some thoughts, but okay. We but I think we now definitely need bronze right now. This is the Bronze Age. We are very bronze impoverished, and I think it's time that we fixed
By
that.
Ninurta.
Yeah, we need.
Are those
Yeah.
waves?
Yeah. I mean, might as well. So we can take what's the name of
Oh,
that
I see.
place
There's
with
the that
bronze?
pyramid in the background. That's weird.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Haradu and Anat,
Yeah.
I think, is where we're going. Oh, ruler of Temen, which is not a place I have ever heard of.
Their flag is a goat with a tower on its back. I love it. Important.
Oh yeah, that's cool. This one I do want to fight out so we don't lose too many
Yeah.
troops, because
Yeah,
they're
let's get it.
they're going to come back for us, and I don't want to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they have some actual decent troops in the garrison, like tier 3 axemen and whatnot. And they have, for the first time, we're going to be facing someone else's cavalry. But on the other hand, let's see if we can't light their entire city on fire. That is my hope. And also, they're getting some reinforcements. We're not going to let them have the reinforcements. So let's see. Do we have flaming arrows? I don't know that we do. That's unfortunate. That's all right though.
Archers, fire! Death from above! And the volley! Chariots!
Oh, see, these guys seem to have flaming arrows of some kind. As you can see, yeah, those projectiles look like they're on fire.
Yeah. No, they do have flaming arrows. Excellent. Excellent. I mean, that's why we recruited them to have some strong boys.
Nadi Tarbarus. That's a. I'm not convinced that's a real Mesopotamian name. I'm gonna be honest.
And fire!
So one of the interesting things that they've added is different firing angles for your archers are now a thing, with like a lower firing angle producing more damage and like lethality, which I think is kind of neat actually. Like you can snipe people with varying levels of efficiency.
I was born for this! And the volley!
But yeah, this is what proper like armored Assyrian troops look like apparently.
The gods guide us!
Nice.
I want to see if
Nice.
we can't. Yeah. Set everyone to low firing arcs and just really nail them.
Let's fly! Drive us onward!
This is a nice terrain.
Yeah.
We saw, you know, part of this when we played as the sea people, but we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see different, also like different models of cities. Now that they've expanded the map.
Oh yeah.
To the east. Yeah.
That looks fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, look at the swampy fords on the
Yep.
river.
Oh yeah, no.
So pretty.
It's very nice.
Your warriors are wavering.
And our warriors will not be wavering.
Yeah, our archers did their job and now they're running away a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean it's not like we're going to execute them if they don't win.
Ever enduring.
Right.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
okay, they're
not.
broken. Some of them are broken. Ours are like, well, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Okay. Mixed shot again.
Mm-hmm.
And
Virus is starting to have fun.
yep, they're on fire. That's always a good time. Very
Excellent.
important.
Perfect. I mean, it's very Assyrian if you ask me, to set things on fire.
Yeah, and then set them on fire, and then peel all of their skin off, and then show off the guys with the peeled off skin, and then you know,
The heads,
yeah,
you know.
carry the head around, and
Yeah.
then make ambassadors from other countries hold the head, and then have a picnic in
Okay.
front of the head.
I was thinking about that beautiful relief of the king and the queen having a nice picnic in their private garden, and there's like hanging heads.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Whatever gets them going, it's fine. We're not gonna kink shame. We're gonna kink ask why, but we're not gonna.
I think we can kink shame if you kill someone for it. I think
Fair.
I
No,
think
that's
we
true.
can. I am a big
We
supporter
should
of
shame.
yeah of sexual liberation, but not to the point where you murder someone who's a non-consenting third party. That seems a
Not to
little
the point
much.
where you sack CDs, for to get to light the spark again. Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I do agree with that. I'll say perhaps we should not.
Oh, can we confirm? Just I'm paranoid about this. Is the stream going like we aren't losing a lot of
Yeah.
frames? Okay, good.
No, it's going. It's moving. It's like it would be like a lot of frames if we were like right into the fray, but other than that, it's going. Yeah, whatever rig you're using is working.
Yes, this is my laptop, which is it is a new laptop ish. I got it last year after my previous laptop died on the operating table while I was trying to fix the battery.
Oh no. That is tragic.
Yeah, it was 7 years old at that point.
I mean, at that point, yeah, my old one was 7 years old too, and I was like, it's fine, it's still
I
working.
just got a new laptop.
Oh yeah.
Because my baby was also 7 years old. She's still over here working, but my new one, I'll wear it. She's fabulous.
Yeah.
I've been modding Skyrim for the past 2 weeks. This is what I do with my life now.
Oh, no, that's
You also received
Amazing.
some quality stickers, I might say.
I
might say.
I did. Yes.
The
For the
enemy
first
has lost
time,
the
I have
victory point.
stickered my gaming laptop.
Imagine.
First time in my life. First sticker on there was from Kate.
nice.
Shout out to Kate.
Was it the Amarna one?
It was Nefertiti, yes.
Yeah, it's Nefertiti. We're like, Athens saved the queen.
Yes.
One
Yes.
of your units
I was like,
has
this is the
depleted
one
their
that goes
ammunition.
on there for sure.
Look at those chariots. Let's go. We steamrolled them.
So, what out of
Hint to
curiosity,
Osiris.
what's the mod you're making?
Oh, I'm not making one.
Oh, okay, okay.
Goodness, I'm not that skilled. I'm just trying to make the game look nice now that I have a decent graphics card.
Right.
But Bethesda keeps updating, and so a lot of the mods, the mod authors can't always keep up with the updates. So it's been a journey trying to get all of the mods that I want to work together.
Why are they
I was
updating?
almost there. Huh?
Why are they
Why-
updating Skyrim? It's
A testament to
it's from
Assyria's
like what
loss.
2010?
Yeah,
I want order
they
here.
made an anniversary edition, which
Oh, yeah.
added a whole bunch of stuff from the creation kit, and then I don't know, they just keep updating the anniversary edition.
How dare
Um,
they?
Yeah, and so it just and then the annoying thing is the game will just kind of update itself, and so it breaks all of your mods and all of this. So you have to be really careful about monitoring the updates. It's
Sounds
turning off.
very stressful. Shall we put down like a temple to Ashur? Yeah, let's go.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any other way we can prevent rioting, but well,
Nah.
we'll see. Maybe we can
Yeah,
just
we'll
run
get
it the
there
old-fashioned
eventually.
way by killing the rioters.
By killing everyone.
Glory to
Exactly.
Assyria and its people.
Like we all
I
had
am
the
their
same thought. It's
savior.
like yeah.
Muatali is bullying Topaz right now.
Muatali is the great king, so of course he's bullying. You know.
It's not nice, Muatali. She's so sweet. Bully Tamiyu. She's the other bully.
Bully the other bully. Leave the older lady alone.
I'd rather you had a cat named Tom Mew. That's a great cat name. The cat.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
I named her that because I was trying not to get attached. She showed up on my fire escape in New York, and I didn't want to get attached, but I also didn't want to not call her something, so I just called her the cat.
I mean,
And
Prince
then that
Tutmosis
became her
agrees.
name because I opened the window finally after a few months of her visiting Bagheera, and then she came in and never left. So I was like, well, I guess that's your name then.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah. I mean, that is at the same time a very cat distribution system story and a very New York story. Um, it's like both best of both worlds. Oh,
Yes.
finally we can
Yes.
get some generals.
So
Okay.
yeah, we want to recruit a new one because these guys are just kind of stomping around causing problems.
Yeah.
I have
And also,
carried
we
the
can
badge
recruit
of my duty for a long
general
time.
named Ningirsu, which is just
Replenish
that
the
is just a
regiments.
good
You
Oh,
know,
Just go away.
name of a
Yeah.
deity type name.
yeah.
a good theophoric name.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do this
No,
for
it's
Syria.
important. It's important to have good theophoric names. And now we need to get the fucking bronze.
Yep.
Taste
We
Assyria's
might be.
power.
This might be a problem if they
Find
decide to
That
go
may
after
be a
Sanagar
problem.
too.
They
Yeah.
will fall.
This will be fine. No, the problem is
I
if
want
they.
them broken.
If they
No,
attack, they're
the
gonna
smart
yeah.
thing, yeah, the smart thing is not actually recruit anybody here. The smart thing is to
Okay.
recruit somebody here. Oh, we already you
same
gotta recruit
guy.
you've already
Yeah, well,
recruited our general
next
this turn.
Yeah, yeah.
So we might be doing some cleanup. Oh no, we can recruit Itana here.
Yeah, yeah.
We shall recruit.
Enough with
Yeah,
your
you can give him
pestering.
some points too. I think it's level 2 or 3.
Yeah, level 2,
To the
so
Okay. Yeah. Better.
that'll be helpful.
Hmm.
Oh,
mm.
I see. Okay. I forgot about the whole like unique action
Yeah.
thing. I always do,
Yeah,
and then
that's
I just it's cool. It's a cool concept. I just don't remember that it exists, which is
same. Okay, well, we can give you some armor. We can give you some shields. That's good. Yeah, let's go. That's fine. I don't think he can get any ancillaries yet. But at least he's not like defenseless.
yeah.
Although if those people decide to go in, then we might have to come back. I mean, we can come back like via river. It's gonna take us what, one turn, and just beat him up.
Yeah. Well, let's see what our odds are outside of a siege if they try and throw everything at us.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, someone died. We are at 129.
Yeah, this should be pretty manageable.
Okay. Oh, we trust you. And we trust our Mariano charioteers.
Yeah, that's really where I'm putting a lot of the faith here.
I mean, that's why we have them. You know.
How long does it take for vitamins to start having an effect on you?
Wrong kind of doctor.
Yeah, I think that depends very heavily on what kind of vitamins, how deficient you were beforehand.
Okay.
Like, vitamins are only effective up to a point because eventually you just have enough. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you trying to get?
I just wasn't sure if I was supposed to like notice differences or something. Because I came back. I'm not sure how deficient I am in things, but I have a feeling I'm pretty deficient in things. So I've started taking vitamin D, B, and magnesium. And I don't feel any particularly different.
Step by step.
I don't know.
Well, it may take some time. Sorry, one sec. I need to ban.
Oh.
I need to ban someone. There's a bot. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
you gone?
Yeah, exactly.
There's supposed to
Trying
be
to
some
figure out how to
reinforcements.
use.
Chariots into place. Get the horses pulling.
I don't know why the AIs always wanted to
There we
fight
go.
thunderstorms.
We also have a first-time chat. Sorry, I wasn't monitoring the chat at all. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. When did we say Oriental? Who said Oriental? Is it the game saying
No,
Oriental?
this
The game is
this
making choices.
no, this is what I mentioned, the American Overseas Research, the American Overseas Research.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's overseas. Yeah. They changed the I mean,
overseas, but
God.
suspiciously only the Near East.
Right. Over which seas? Yeah, it's. I mean, I know. I
At
don't
least the
understand.
Oriental Institute completely changed their entire name. Like,
Right. Exactly.
ground up.
Yeah. It's finally. I mean, it was time.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's good they changed their name, but the new name is stupid. At least it's not racist, but it is stupid.
But it's still stupid, and it's like they Italian we said that the patch is worse than the tear, and it's like
Yeah.
yes, you know, we put yeah. I mean, because their brand is Acer, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
yet, I mean, brands change all the time. Anyways,
Yeah, the for those of you who don't know, the Oriental Institute at the University of Chicago changed their name to the Institute for the Study of Ancient Cultures, or ISAC.
which you know,
One, there's a lot of ancient cultures they don't study, and two, it sounds a little scatological. Like I can't quite keep my head out of the gutter when I hear it. You know?
yeah.
Funny.
Yeah,
The
my old
hilarious thing
department.
is,
My old department changed, and UBC changed from classical Near Eastern and religious studies to ancient Mediterranean and Near Eastern studies. So from KNERS depends on how you to AMNE. But all I can think about is the Looney Tunes Acme.
Yeah.
And like the boxes of things that get dropped on Wile E. Coyote. So it's like I cannot take them seriously. But then again, I'm not affiliated with them anymore, so I don't have to take them seriously. It's just yeah, name changes. I mean,
It's funny you say that. Acme is the name of the grocery store I shop at. It's just like one of the main grocery stores in Philly is Acme.
but do they sell rocket launchers? Is what I want to know.
God, I
Do they
wish.
sell
No,
explosives?
what
I wish.
the closest they come is produce that is about to expire as soon as you buy it.
Oh,
And $5 loaves of bread.
oof. Well,
Yeah, I said it was the grocery store I shop at, not the grocery store that
you
is
didn't say it was a
good.
good one.
It is just on my way home from work.
No, that makes sense.
imagine like you were in there and you see an actual Looney Tunes character, like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit or
Yeah.
something.
Wait, where is the rest of our army? Where are they?
So
There's-
they are all hanging out
Oh,
over
they're
here
there.
by the riverbank. We've just got
Nice.
so right now this is the part where we just send in the chariotry to
To
harass
pull
them
out.
as much as possible, make our lives easier as the enemy army slowly makes their way. And what I'm trying to do is get them to fight us while they're still in the river, and we are not in the river. That would be kind of the ideal.
That would work. I mean, that's how you use chariots and skirmishers in general.
Yeah. These guys back. And then, of course, our general being a chariot, I also think he should probably participate.
I mean, yes, our general
Get him
king
to work.
faction leader. Yeah, get him to work. You know, he's not working enough. He's not doing enough things. Oh, good, they're getting bogged
Yeah.
down in the river. That's good. Our general is under attack. Yes, we sent him into the fray. Thank you, game. We are,
Well,
you know. We are very ready for this. Aha.
Oh, I just saw the title of the stream. We love the smell of Bronze Age collapse in the morning.
Foes hidden units.
And if
Yeah,
you're
that's
wondering, I
fantastic.
did not spell Anigal Butt on my own. I copy pasted it. Because I have issues with names, okay? I have issues with writing down names and putting all the vowels and consonants in the correct places. So I am aware of my own limits. Therefore, I copy and paste.
Roll onwards. Drive us onwards.
Quick, spell
you know-
Nebuchadnezzar for us.
No, I'm not. Believe it or not, in Italy we don't do spelling bees. So we're, well, because it's a phonetic language, so everything that is written down is pronounced. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense, because you're just pronouncing the word as it is.
Yeah, I guess a spelling bee is a sign. The existence of a spelling bee is a sign that there's something wrong with your language.
Yes. Now I'm thinking about Assyrian spelling bee. It's like.
Well, the problem is they didn't have fixed spellings. You could
Right,
spell it however
exactly.
you wanted.
That's the problem.
Everyone's
It's
a
like-
champion.
Exactly. Or no one is. Just Hammurabi, because, he would have done that. He would have. I'm sure he would have stolen from children. This is a Hammurabi slandering hour, okay? So we play for 2 hours every Sunday morning and we talk shit about Hammurabi. That's what we do.
I
We come for the
like
word.
this idea.
We talk shit
I
about
like this
Hammurabi.
idea.
Yeah. And we comment on ancient history things. Which
We should read a code every meeting.
Yes, actually yes.
Pull up one of his codes and
We should have
trash him.
we should actually have like a Neo-Assyrian literature moment in which we pull out a random quote and read it.
Yeah.
Next time I'll come prepared. We will come prepared with names and facts and things to read about. They really are getting bogged down in the river. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Actually, pull this one off.
By the gods, your warriors are
Oh,
ready.
we trust you.
All right.
Our warriors are rallying.
Rain spears on them.
Also, the moment one of their generals goes down, is the moment when we gain the upper hand, because they usually panic when the generals die.
That's the hope.
Um,
The hope is also that we can
Get to there.
this guy as far out of there as possible,
Yeah.
or he goes down and we have that same problem.
Mm.
Face Pharaoh. Strike them down. Break them. Death from above. Throw with all your strength.
I mean, this is their last stand. Like, if they
Well-
lose this, they lose the province.
Yeah.
Apart from that one army, all the way to the west.
Horses.
But I don't know if it's the same faction.
It is. It's the same faction. So we'll end up with this weird situation where like they're attacking our home province, but they've lost all of their home province.
Throw now.
Well, it's not that strange. I'm writing a chapter on Sicily, the ancient Sicily, like 500 years. And during one of the last Sicilian wars, Agathocles of Syracuse was losing basically all of the ground. The Carthaginians were sieging Syracuse, so he took the war to Africa and he sieged Carthage instead.
Well, yeah.
So sometimes he failed. So sometimes people do that. Sometimes you gotta be creative. It was like, well, we lost everything, so might as well.
I was gonna say this is Mesopotamia. This is not Sicily. Sicilian politics, ancient and modern, seem about as complicated as is ever possible to have.
I mean, of course, it's like, how can we make these wars for everyone involved? And that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. Ooh,
Strategy.
yeah, it's
No, death will not
one thing. Oh, our general is rallying and our troops are rallying. Okay.
Yeah, our general needs to go as far away from the battle as possible.
Yeah, he's got like what, 3
later-
people around him?
Later propaganda will describe him as having fought gloriously the entire time.
Of course.
Later
of course.
propaganda
and his
can do
father-
whatever it wants.
His father, the god, was right there with him for the whole time, you know, and he charged alone into the fray and
Yes.
defeated the enemies. But for now, he needs to survive.
Because of the love of his father, Amun. Oh, that's
Exactly.
Ramses.
But, you know, for our god Ninurta and all of that. Ninurta, clearly his
The
father.
enemy general has perished.
So, you know, okay, 2 of them are dead, and 2 of their generals are dead.
Yeah,
And their troops
one of them's running away.
not
This
in-
guy is still
in a
still
good space.
going,
That
but
one,
most of the
Yeah.
enemy army is routed at this point. So we are
That's
in
good.
fact good.
that's good.
We must retreat.
We just
Very
need to
good.
take out
Our-
Oras.
Our troops fought valiantly. They're really, really. you
Yeah,
don't
that
try
was-
to waver now. We gotta execute everyone if you waver. What?
We ride with haste.
Who said that?
Make the gods proud.
What a horrible thing to say. What a very Assyrian thing to say.
It is, yeah.
Prime for battle.
And so, but I like that they're like,
One of your
you know,
units has
hyping
depleted
themselves
their
up
ammunition.
on their own, unprovoked.
Yeah, it is cool the like little voice lines you get and things. Okay, Marduk can abandon you. You don't worship Marduk. That's the Babylonian god.
Exactly.
Why do we care about Marduk?
Mm-mm.
Are you saying you're
Mm.
defecting?
The gods guide us.
I mean, oh, come on. If you take one more down, they're done for.
Yeah, this is literally, I think their last like functioning unit is this guy, and then
Yeah, everyone else is running. Yeah. Oh. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, they're running. They're not in a good spot, so that's good for us.
The enemy general has perished.
And our leader is there, you know. He's gloriously overlooking the battlefield
yes.
and winning.
All right, I just want to see if we can get a few more casualties in on
kills.
them because
Yeah. Yeah, the more you kill, you know, the fewer we're gonna have to fight in the next round.
I'm impressed that
So
counted
that's
as
good.
close and not Cadmian, but I guess we had more guys left than I thought we would. And yeah, look at
Yeah.
the performance of the horsemen. You can
Holy
yeah.
shit.
one or two units of horse or cavalry in this era are so decisive. I was playing
They're
some
very OP.
I was playing some Three Kingdoms earlier, and I forgot how fun it is to play with Lubu and just like send in a single guy to just defeat an entire army single-handedly without really trying. It's really funny.
Oh, there you go. Boom. Yeah. Get fucked. That's not really
Yeah.
sword, but get fucked. Yeah, let's take them. It's fine. They
Yes.
fought valiantly.
A sword, or as I like to call it, a club.
Yeah, exactly. We're clubbing people with our sword. I mean, you know what? Whatever works.
He should be at the club.
I will crush you.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we can
now
just.
we can take their city. Yeah.
Anad is throwing me because Anad is like a deity name, unrelated to the city. It's the
Take the city.
the city of or the like
You want
equivalent to
win?
Astarte,
Well,
who's
Yeah.
maybe kind of equivalent to Ishtar, maybe. But
Possibly.
I shall bring a new
okay,
era to
now
the
we can
whole
go to
world.
Sangari to. And speaking of having just one unit of chariots,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's
Your
get some of
hearts
them,
sing for
and then
blood.
some
Come then.
some levies.
all right, we've
So
gotten
at
our.
least we can put like some resistance. Some.
All right, I want to see what our Sargon. Oh, if we can pay gold to generate ambitions,
Mm.
and we can appoint scribes, which will let us like Oh, I see.
Ooh.
So let's try getting some overseer points, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And then let's see what
Oh,
ambitions we can
sorry.
get.
I love this mask of Sargon art here. That's so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Without the mutilations.
Yes, the original in
Glory
shining
to
in
Assyria and
gold.
its people, for I
Mm-mm-mm.
am their savior.
Yeah, to be clear, the statue was mutilated, not Sar. I mean, not Sargon that we know of. But the statue was heavily mutilated and taken away.
Yeah, was this an Elamite thing? Was this another instance of the Elamites causing problems?
It might. It might have. Um.
Those Elamites are always up to something.
Right. I don't trust them.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Uh.
on the one hand, shout out to the Elamites for being like the reason a bunch of stuff is preserved. So, for those of you who don't know, the Elamites, who are these like people in southwestern Iran, a lot of the monuments we have from Babylon are actually from Susa in Iran, the capital of the Elamites, because we uh we actually have it's very hard to excavate in Babylon because of the way the water table is, but it's very easy to
Mhm.
excavate in Susa, and the Elamites sacked Babylon and took all the good stuff. And then
Hmm.
that resulted in it all like being much easier to excavate. So thanks, I guess.
Thank
Yes.
you.
This
Yeah,
is my
exactly.
Behave while you are here.
Thank you, Elan.
I should
We
enter
we
the
owe you
trading
one, but
business.
not more.
Sometimes imperialism is right.
Sometimes it helps archaeologists.
Yeah, sometimes
Let's put it this
imperialism
way.
is incidentally helpful thousands of years after the fact.
Right,
Uh,
right. Like, did
which
they
is
plan for that? Absolutely not. Does it help us? Yes.
Yeah, they wanted it to legitimize their claim to superiority over Babylon and their looting of temples. Like they're very different than why we are.
We are not the same.
On the other hand, it would be kind of funny if like future archaeologists interpreted the ruins of the British Museum as the British attempting to assert like religious dominance uh over ancient Babylon.
Right, right.
Because they
Another year, another campaign.
All right, so that's that army done with. It was all just militia,
Okay.
so just having like a couple of good units was good enough.
Sounds important.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
And
Including the
that army
chariots.
that army does not need to hang around and drain our treasury right now. I think we're okay.
Good. Yeah, no, we
Oh.
like we need to be good with the economy.
Everyone
because
look at
it's
my cat's belly.
the
Oh.
cutie.
It's almost his
Must be
15th birthday.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
Death
Happy
to you.
birthday, 15.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of weeks yet, but I've had him since he was 6 months old, and he lives with my parents now. But yeah, he's getting on in years, and he's still doing very well. Uh,
Well, it's like me with Bagheera, except Bagheera is not with us anymore.
oh,
He was 14.
He's justified. He's just a voice.
Yes. What's your cat's name again?
Tiberius, yes.
Yes.
Named after the Roman emperor by a much younger version of me.
Arrows not.
By going down the list, starting with Augustus, deciding that was not a good cat name, and then picking the next one down.
Reinforcements.
And then I learned about
Ah.
Tiberius, who is a moody, decadent tyrant with little regard for the well-being of others and incessant demands. And it really fits.
I mean, it sometimes names are omens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Like Muatali, who is now the big bully,
I mean,
building his empire in a house that isn't his from the beginning.
I mean, he wasn't a bully when you got him. He just got comfortable in his own skin,
Yeah.
which is that of a bully. But you didn't know that.
Yeah, it's very important to be yourself, even if yourself is someone who hits every other cat.
Exactly.
Well, the funny
Exactly.
thing is, Tommy will always like follow him and sit and stare at him, and then she'll get mad if he swats at her or tries to play with her, and then he'll run away, and then she'll go follow him again. I'm like, what are you doing here then?
It's like, ma'am.
She wants them to hang out and do nothing together. No activities, only staring.
Yes.
Bows, shoot! Get moving!
She's watching him groom himself now. Girl, could you give him some
Your
privacy?
hidden units stand
No.
revealed.
He's trying to shower and you're over here
Throw
staring
with
at
all
him.
your strength.
This is one of the funniest things about my cat. He likes to follow me around all the time because he's really attached to me in particular and like very,
Oh.
one of those cats who just bonded. But he like gets the concept of giving someone privacy in the bathroom, kind of, because he gets weird if I walk in on him using the litter box. He gets a little upset, so he'll follow me into the bathroom and then he'll turn around and face the door until I'm done.
No way!
Uh, so
No.
he knows that he should not be looking, but he can't bear to be away from me.
Oh
So
my
he just
gosh, you have
he just hangs out in the room, but very respectfully.
he's so
And then like as soon as I
Right.
stand up and go to use the sink, he's like bumping into my feet. But
Wow, that's so fascinating. Yeah, my cats have always just been like, here, let me sit on top of you while you're
yeah.
Alright. Guess that's what's happening now.
No. He'll sit on top of me, but only if I'm under a blanket. He doesn't understand that he could sit on me if I weren't wearing a blanket, so he just doesn't.
Oh.
He also doesn't understand that he could like eat non-human food or go on any surface that is made out of wood. Or like yeah, he
Really?
hasn't yeah, he has literally never in his entire life stood on a wooden surface that isn't like a
That's
hardwood
so
floor.
weird.
He's never been on a table, he's never been on a chair, he's never been on a coffee table. He
No.
just refuses to. He has no object permanence whatsoever. Like he'll forget that a person is sitting somewhere if he can't see them and then like go looking for them.
Oh.
Yeah. He's kind of dumb. He's dumb in a lot of helpful ways because it keeps him out of trouble, but he is dumb.
A testament
Aw.
to Assyria's supremacy.
Poor little
Nothing
baby.
less than perfect.
He's afraid of the doorbell and he runs past the door to get away from it every single time.
Glory to Assyria and its people.
Doorbells
I
are
am their
obnoxious, so I don't blame him for that.
I don't blame. Yeah, no, I don't blame animals. The more, like the older I get, the
Great
more
is Assyria and
intolerant
its
to
martial
noises I am.
traditions.
Oh god, me
I
too.
do this for Assyria.
And it's like, why is everything so loud? In all of these, I should also mention that my dad finally got a hearing aid after decades. And he's like, has everyone always been so loud? I was like, yes, but you were deaf. It's like, why are
This is
people
my
breathing
number
so
one-
loud?
Breathing. Bunch of mouth breathers, eh?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, oh my god. It's like, why do they speak all the time? I'm like,
Oh my gosh. No, that's me when I came back here after Egypt because I live with people now, and I'm like, do you guys even know how loud you
How
are?
loud you are.
all
No,
the
that's true.
time?
that's true.
Why
Yeah,
do
get
you have to make noise?
maybe some Ninurta.
Yeah.
As,
Yeah. I'm just, unfortunately, none of those give happiness, but still something.
But we can get soldiers, which is almost the same by Assyrian standards.
True master of the arts.
Yeah, I don't know if no one is really that interested in doing
History
deals
will
with us.
remember me.
I mean,
Why are we low on food all of a sudden? Well, we can fix that. We'll just have to
but
invest more. Oh, a court
This
action.
is my court. Behave
oh
while you are
well.
here.
Get a free use of cease. I am okay. I think we can just start gossiping with people.
Yeah.
Well, Assyrians are certainly
it's
an
fine,
opportunistic
you know.
people.
Assyrians are an opportunistic people. That is hurtful, and I am hurt that you would say it.
Yeah,
King
so
of
we're
Babylon.
absolutely not going to kill you the first chance that we get.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, looks like we have a
Oh, there we
civil
go.
war.
Civil war in the these are the Hittites, right?
It's a
Yeah,
No,
these
this
are the
is
Hittites.
Greece.
No,
Look
it's
at those
Greece.
helmets.
Holy shit! Mycenaean civil war. Let's
when
go.
brothers turn
Let's
against each
go. Oh yeah, look at those
These
helmets.
war-tooth helmets.
Well, this guy has a very Mycenaean helmet, so that's good.
bloodshed.
Yeah, that's you can't jump like that with a Mycenaean armor on you, but that's okay.
Yeah, I love that they do that. Like you get the absolute LeBron Jameses of the
Yes.
Bronze Age world. LeBron's James.
LeBron's James.
To do like the 3-foot standing jump into battle.
Okay, no,
That's-
that needs to be a T-shirt or something. Kind of a
new
design.
sticker. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
To
See?
design
Yeah,
this.
so we can get some food from Athora, which is I don't want to mess with Athora.
Yeah, I mean we don't need to worry about them right now. But sure, we'll give you stone. You know, right now we just need to be able to. Okay.
Or
Ancient Civil
engulfs
War. Yeah, good for them.
Aegea, they're calling it. All right.
Yeah, we love that for them.
So I think we
I
can
am destined
let's
to
give it
rule.
another turn to heal up, but we can probably
I
just
see
take over
strong
the rest of this
warriors.
province, and that's another good
I think
food
so.
source.
That would give us some really cool stuff. Mari is almost a level 3, and then we can get the yeah, no, get the ice house.
Yep.
Once Mari is level 3, we can start building up to the archives.
Yes. We also I think we just need to be able to recruit some better units. That
Yeah.
might be something we need to do. And the you get some good like recruitment bonus buildings as the Assyrians, because the idea is you're
Is the city garrison giving you good recruits? Yeah,
so
in the orange.
in the orange, so the good recruit stuff is the practice halls and the officers school, but we
Right,
also
right,
just
right.
need like regular
Like
decent
recruits in
recruitment
general.
buildings.
Yeah, we just need people.
And we've been saying horses are decisive. Let's get the chariot
Yeah,
workshops
Let's
going.
get the chariots. Yeah. Let's get the chariots going.
Speak.
Oh, we had a court action.
Oh
failed.
yeah, I noticed that just as I hit the end turn button.
Yeah, that's fine. We also need to check like if we had a child yet.
Yes, let's see if we've been
Let's
too busy to be
intrude.
busy. Yes.
Let's intrude in everyone's bedroom. We'll be like, are you producing kids?
Once again thinking about the description I read of King Louis XVI's wedding night with all the courtiers standing and watching, because it was so important to the continuation of the French kingdom.
No wonder they did not do shit for 7 years.
Well,
in that same marriage.
It didn't hurt that Louis XVI had like a disorder of the pelvic muscles, that would have made it like get yourself adopted into the royal dynasty. Do we want to try that? Do we think that would be fun? Yeah, let's see if we can manage that.
Yeah, let's try. I think we can get another one.
Oh, we do.
Too.
We have a kid,
Yeah.
Rim Agu.
A boy.
Oh, look at that little baby.
He's a teamy. That's good. Well done, everyone.
So let's talk.
I am
It's
wary of
important.
Assyria.
Oh, look, we don't even have to pay. We can get them to pay us.
Yeah. Let's
yes.
go. Let's get some.
We're gonna have our adoption day gift of 18 gold coins.
Yeah.
Well
Excellent.
done.
It's
Buy a
good.
chariot or something
Fantastic.
like that.
Does that show? Excellent. Does that show into our family tree now? Is what I'm asking.
So the dynasty tree now. So here we have our ruling family. The dynasty,
Okay.
it goes back a ways now.
Your Shalmaneser, yeah.
The third dynasty of Mesopotamia. Right, because you can get these like dynastic legacies. But here's our dynasty tree, and it's we are the adopted child, and then the other child is the head of a Korma Likbagas, who's also adopted. So it's only adopted kids for Ashradat and Apla.
Yeah, he doesn't have kids. Okay, I can see that. And we don't
So
have a scion yet because he's a baby, but you know.
yes. We unfortunately did not get a pop up to name this kid. Rim Agu is not my favorite name ever. But you can't win them all.
No, I mean we can rename him once he's 16.
Anyway, now to celebrate our new family members,
We're starting war.
let's kill these. Let's just kill these people, just for
Yeah.
keep up the
Exactly,
family
as a
traditions.
celebration. Yeah. I mean, why throw in a baby shower when you when you can throw a massacre,
Yeah,
right?
this is your. I hope you like heads.
Oh, you really can't do that nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, it would be nice. Oh, go, or like the comic book with the mouse. Go away, Assyrian. You only bring war. I brought you a present. What is it? War. God damn it.
Now I'm thinking about just a gender reveal party. Like imagine what this, imagine what the Assyrian version of that was.
Congratulations, it's a Sargonid. It's like shit. Oh my god.
All right, so there's the enemy reinforcements coming in, and there's.
I mean, and they're not gonna survive. They're not gonna come into anything. They're just gonna be smashed.
Yeah, they're not allowed to have nice things. Well, look at those horsemen. They're all dead before they even could reach the front line because every archer,
that
like.
was sad. That was
Yeah.
really sad.
Fight with pride.
Oh goodness.
Another routed. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. They just walk into our mouth. We're just.
Tremble before us.
We're like hungry hippos, except that there's no hippos in Mesopotamia.
No, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I'm glad.
Apparently.
Embrace your fury.
I'm glad you agreed to play the version of the game where there aren't any hippos. I know that this was very difficult.
I know it is very difficult, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made. It was a choice between do we have hippos or do we set the world on fire as the Neo-Syrian Empire?
Yes.
You know.
I mean,
And if we conquered Egypt, we could also have hippos.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
we can do the full Ashurbanipal. Also, Esarhaddon, but Esarhaddon conquers Egypt, but he's 1 for 3 on campaigns in Egypt because he launches his first campaign and he fails, and his second campaign succeeds, but not very well. So like he has to go back, and then he dies. So he doesn't really have a success in the third campaign either. It's not until like year, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 of Ashurbanipal. Yeah, no, year 6 is I know that because 664. That you get the yes, that you get the actual proper like conquest of Egypt, and that lasts 10 years, and then the whole empire collapses, and they stop doing. They lose control of Egypt again. So for all their escapades, Assyria only succeeds in uniting Egypt under Egyptian rule again, after a very long period of not unification.
Embrace your fury.
I mean, depends on who you ask, because it was unified under the Assyrians. It was Assyrian land.
Well, no, I mean like prior to the Assyrians. It was united. It had been united for 30 or 40 years prior to the Assyrians under the 25th dynasty. But
afterwards, it will be the big breakout in PR, right? Because the 26th dynasty is a masterful PR move in opening up Egypt into being a Mediterranean power once again.
Oh yeah.
Power in the sense of trading and showing that they are just as good as the kings of old, which is very funny because on their scarabs, they put the names of Tutmosis III
One of your units has
you know,
depleted their
Ramesses
ammunition.
II, Tutmosis III again. It's like, oh yeah, we're just as good as the pharaohs of old. Not true. Not so, unfortunately, but my heart has a soft spot for Ahmosis II. I really like the guy. It's
Yeah. I mean, he literally
I
took
think
the
ironic,
name Akvos. That's not something you do unintentionally. He knew what he was doing.
right?
The gods
Uh,
Right?
yeah. So Akvos the First is the guy who reunified Egypt in the New Kingdom, and by saying he's Akhmosa again, he's like, no, I am
I
also
am.
a reunifier.
Yeah.
Um,
Which, you know, which he was. He won a civil war against Aprius with
Mhm.
his men of bronze, his Greek mercenaries.
Yes. Yeah, I really, the way I kind of see it, and maybe this is a little unfair, but I think the 26th dynasty was exactly as powerful and good as the 19th and 18th dynasty kings, but the rules of the game had changed. Like,
Yeah.
Iron Age empires are very different than Bronze Age empires, and Egypt just was not capable of sustaining that kind of empire.
with haste.
No, they could not anymore. Especially with the Assyrians next door.
And,
Right.
and,
And then some.
and the series,
And then the
and the
Persians
and the Babylonians, who they like.
and
Yeah,
Babylonians.
the Egyptians fought quite a bit against the Babylonians, but they, yeah, to no avail. And then the
No.
of course,
Oh,
this is the time period of the Persian Empire.
We've taken many losses.
right. Yeah. Oh, look at those big chariots. Let's.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
huge Mitanni war chariots, very old
Holy
school.
shit. 3 people on them.
General has perished.
Oh, they're so clunky. Look at those.
They are very clunky, but they're scary effective. Let's go.
Yep. So that
Nice.
should be, yeah, pretty much that whole city's worth. Sumuel. Yeah, that's a Canaanite name. They don't have like really strong distinctions between Canaan. I mean, I guess this is kind of fair. Maybe what they're saying is that there is like a good amount of Aramaization already happening in the northern reaches of Mesopotamia at this time. I'm not going to go and try and strongly argue against that. I think that's a fine position to have.
Yeah. And also, like, depends on, like, if we do, like, some meta gaming, who's writing down these names, right?
Yeah.
Like, much like the names of many Egyptian pharaohs are like, we use the Greek ones, right? Tutmosis is not Tutmosis, it's Jehuti. But the Egyptians tell us that it's Tutmosis, and so we use Tutmosis. So in meta game, we're like, oh, but maybe this has been written down by, you know, such and such scribes. That's
Yeah.
this language, right? Transliteration will do that.
I do not.
Okay, yeah, they're. I mean,
History will remember me.
All right. Nobody can really help us all that much there. So, let's see, can we upgrade? Oh, we can upgrade Mari.
finally. What are the blue dots on top? What are we missing? Well, first
You
to the
want
cities,
me?
and then let's worry about that.
Oh, good. Another one of these like random
else.
random armies that's going to come in and ruin our day. So, I'm sorry, recalling you to just provide one more unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Finest hour.
But more importantly here, we can now get that going.
Yes. Not yet, but that one, yeah, we can get the temple going. That's fine.
Because yeah, we came into a whole bunch of stone after completing that objective of getting adopted. But we need to
we have royal decrees available.
repair our buildings. Yep, get our research. More food. Yeah, seems pretty good.
That's good. Yeah, we need food for now.
Where's our other? So there's another. Okay, so this is the other one that gets you more gods, which I always like. So that kind of bottom track is for divine stuff.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Oh yeah, because we now have a commandment available.
Also food, maybe. Yeah, production. Perfect.
Okay. Oh right, because we can. So equipment. Yes, we can reassign
Oh, he
the
can get
double-edged
he can get a
sword.
Yeah, why not?
And then Ninur to Upper
Glory to
yeah, let's
Echo.
go.
and its people.
He cannot have a
For I
shield
am
because he's
their
on
savior.
chariot, but
Yeah. So what's this? Plus armor to all units. That seems really good. We're gonna try and get that.
oh yeah, yeah. Nice. What ambitions are we trying to fulfill now?
So we don't have any. We finished the last. We can pay
Oh, there we go.
gold. Oh yeah.
Civil War.
Yep. Classic 19th Dynasty moment. I think.
Turn against each other.
20th to late 20th.
Yeah.
Rivals are abandoned.
Beginning of the 20th even.
Yeah, it's just one of those times. Oh yeah, actually that reminds me, I'm planning out because I've mentioned to you at least, Kate, I do these like online virtual tours, which are pretty fun, but I'm planning on doing one on ancient Egyptian murder mysteries. Uh,
Ooh.
so the quote unquote harem conspiracy. Well, those are not amazing odds. What kind of we could probably do some damage here, but there's no universe where we win, unfortunately.
No, we wouldn't win.
So hopefully they just are raiding instead of trying to take it, but either way, we can come back and deal with them.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah,
Disasters.
there are plenty of times in Egyptian history where they're like murdering kings. Oh, okay. These are some big ambitions. So maintaining 46 units will be a while. Conquering a region with a landmark monument, though, that
we
feels
could do.
doable
That
and
we could
very
do.
important.
Yes.
Looks good.
And Ningirsu is back and he's alive. So that's good.
Where this leads. I need hearty warriors.
Oh,
Dwell
yeah.
and swell.
Can't
No
recruit that yet.
elite chariots yet, but the levies are they can do their own. You know.
So we're gonna just
Yeah,
try and take
mop
out
the
these two
floor.
armies, and then send him back to deal with the other one.
Yeah, not necessarily.
You are the pride of
Yes, thank you
Assyria,
for the
warriors.
reinforcements. We appreciate.
My might swells. A fight. Yes.
It's good that we got that trait that gives us more movement.
Yeah. Yeah,
'Cause
being able to jump from army to army in a game like this is
Testament to
very
Assyria's
important.
supremacy.
Like some of these bonuses are nice, but the ability to really just to use the technical military term
All
schmoove
sail.
is pretty helpful.
Yeah, there we go.
Master Armorer, there we go. That should
Yeah, nice. So we're buff.
help us quite a bit.
Yeah, favor legitimacy.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off taxes here
Yeah.
just to reduce the chances of problems. There's
I am
definitely
destined to
Yeah.
rule.
actually it doesn't matter. When we take back Shupru, there's going to be a rebellion because of provincial instability caused by changing hands. So there's kind of nothing we could do there.
Okay, fair. Remember
Unfortunately.
the court action. If we're courting people in the
Eh.
court.
In my domain, everybody does their
Oh, the King of Elam changed. So we don't even get the
Yes.
get that like
Oh, come on, man.
influence we have. That's
Really?
so rude.
I mean, how
That
dare
is
they?
really rude. That is a slight. Like in ancient times, that would be a cause for war.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we just need to get there. We're a
If,
little
they,
far.
if we could actually project power in that direction.
Right. Oh, soon enough.
Oh.
Soon enough.
Well, if
So
you're
we
not-
are at the
Yeah.
So we are at the 2 hours mark. We can do like a couple more turns or like one.
Yeah,
one or two.
I think let's avenge ourselves on these guys. Take back the
Yeah, it's
settlement, and then
important.
we'll
It's
we'll end it
important,
there.
and then call it. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. It's important to finish like on a positive note, which is
Yes.
slaughtering people. So So you know. Someone else has been destroyed. Good to know.
Maita. I thought it was Malta, like the island.
Like
Like
the island.
Another round.
I didn't know they were around. I guess the island is always around in some sense, but
The island is, yeah, and there's definitely people at this point in time.
yeah.
What kind of people is a hot topic, so you know.
The Weshesh. Calling my shot. It's the Weshesh. There you go.
Surely. There you go. Okay, good. We took this back.
Yep, and there's gonna be
If you
minus
want-
20
if
happiness.
you want more happiness, you can expand the pharmacy in the province of Mari.
Oh yeah.
And it will give you more happiness. You know.
No, this one. No, this is just replenishment and workforce
Oh,
growth.
it's
You have to.
replenishment, never
You have to
mind.
hit that high level to.
Oh yeah.
Should
Not
probably
yet.
get rid of that.
It's fine.
So weirdly, we should actually disband this army now because we now have the building that makes it better to recruit generals
Yeah.
and recruit a different general because
A
he's going to
better
gain a
general.
bunch of levels just from being recruited. So
Well, you know. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, we want to.
it's-
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
actually, it's probably worth the gold to do that now
it's probably is.
and then get
Now,
Ningirsu at
yes.
level 8.
At level
bring a
8.
new
Let's
era to
go,
the whole
Ningirsu.
world.
Okay. Quartermaster and that one, exactly.
Quartermaster and yeah, that one gives chariots extra ammunition. But we gotta start
Nice.
getting another army up because it might be worth going north here, just taking a little bit more
Mhm.
land. But I think we're at a point where conflict with Assyria proper is
It's
inevitable.
inevitable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
can see
yeah.
like all our avenues for expansion are looking very Assyrian, and
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah.
we need to take a place with a
Ashur.
unique building, and Ashur is right there.
Is it the closest one?
I want to
I think it
see
is.
what they do with Nineveh.
Oh.
I
Can't wait for that.
I want to see if I could find how to turn off the day-night cycle in this, because we
Okay.
can't see right now. And oh, let's go to the 2D unit style. I
Oh,
almost
yeah,
forgot about doing that.
that's better, first of all.
Okay.
I think you need to set it up probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Probably
fine.
doing like
Yeah. Well,
that's
I'll
okay.
I'll look it up for later. But yeah. So there's Ashur and Nineveh. Two of the 3 cities of the Assyrian Triangle. I'm surprised they're not all in the same province. I would probably have done that. Personally. So there's 3 cities that are Assyria. Ashur, Nineveh, which is Mosul, and what's the third one? Erbil. I had to think of it. I had to think of the name in Akkadian first. It's Arba Ili, the city of the 4 gods. So that's how they read it. The name is older than that. This is probably one of those cities where the name is like much older than Reckoning. You know, your like Damascus or whatever, where the name is just going back to languages that are no longer
Thousands of
spoken
years.
because it's such an ancient city. But yes. Right, so we'll end at the start of this turn with us crushing a rebellion. No, that's not a
we
good
don't
deal.
have gold to give you.
What-
Fuck off.
Okay, this is
Ooh.
no. We actually need as much food as possible
Yeah, exactly.
to recruit soldiers to kill you. So thanks for the offer,
But they
Assyria.
know we exist now.
Yes.
We know we exist because they tried to trade.
Yeah.
so-
Well, we knew they existed because they adopted us. We were about to betray
fair.
our own dad, actually.
Oh, how sad.
Unfortunately, this is just the way of ancient politics.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that. That's very on brand.
It's very important. Yeah, Syrian Kings? Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. And we are down to 112 civs. And we can... Ooh.
Oh, gain 60 regard with the King of
Yeah.
Babylon. Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Conquer food, stone, or have a bunch of gold. I think food is the most likely.
Food is more important. It's the most likely.
Yeah, because we're just
Resist me and you will die.
desperate for
Oh,
food.
Babylon is there. The
Yeah,
Babylonian army is there. It's
they're
traveling.
they're
Yeah.
they're kind of just always moving up and down these like random armies.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, can we give our guy a title? Um, because
He will
yeah.
get one, I think.
Well,
right?
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm trying to see if he gets. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. We can just throw one of these titles on him because it's like War Wastrel of Karana, the epithet.
Yeah.
What?
Neglected his court duties,
Yeah,
sent back.
right. That's what I'm telling you. But you know, he's brave and he's cultured.
Yes.
Important.
And I
You
would,
know.
yeah, like to be able to have more. Oh, look, we're the heir. We are the heir
Oh,
to
we are
Assyria.
the heir.
So
Whoa, look
now
at
what we need
that.
to do is kill him.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, there's
Exactly.
no.
And we get Assyria.
Yeah, there's no just like murder button. I don't think. Let's check one more thing before we.
button.
You
There
can
should be.
assassinate as a court action. You can
Yeah.
assassinate. It's just very difficult to pull off.
Let's see.
I like
Let's
the
take a look
idea
at
of the
our
murder button.
court.
I am the future of the world.
Plot against. Oh, we can try and assassinate. Base chance 30%, 0% chance. We'd have to like loop a bunch of people in.
Yeah.
Maybe we start gossiping with some people just to
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
There's
weird
also a
part.
plot.
I
gossip.
suspect foul play is afoot.
Well,
Yeah,
Assyrians
let's
are
gossip
certainly
with
an
everyone. You know, let's keep
opportunistic
the communication channels open.
Yep. All right,
Um,
and now we will save and we will pick up here next
Yes.
time, debating murder and betrayal. Certainly doing at least one of
Or-
those things, if not both.
Exactly. Exactly. Betrayal and murder of our own father, as
But not
one
next
does.
week, right?
Not next
Not
week.
next week.
No. So next week we will be taking a pause because everyone's schedule is busted. But we will be back on the 23rd with same team plus one guest who is an expert on Bronze Age and Bronze Age Cyprus, and the Mediterranean in general. So we will be back in 2 weeks. The Friday streams are, continue happening. This Assyrian campaign will be back in 2 weeks with more violence in general, and more plots and conquer, of course.
Yes.
So thank you everyone for being here, and we'll still be here, at 9:30 a.m. So yeah, Eastern time. And yeah, thank you both of you for agreeing to do this, to start a new series with the
Yes.
Dream Team and several cats. Now 4 cats. And yeah,
Yes.
we'll see
Yes.
everyone next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.